All right, let's talk about something that's on everyone's mind: how to inflation-proof your life. We're going to break down some strategies that are absolutely crucial as we look ahead to 2026. So, let's jump right in.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, you're saving money, you're being responsible, but somehow you're still falling behind, you know exactly what this feels like. It's like your hard-earned cash is just disappearing into thin air. And that's the real question, right? It feels like this invisible enemy is chipping away at your savings. Well, don't worry. In this explainer, we're going to give you the game plan to actually fight back. First things first, we need to understand exactly what we're up against. And look, this isn't just some boring economic theory. This is a real, urgent challenge that's hitting your wallet right now.
Yeah, see, every single day that goes by, this problem just gets bigger. What your money can buy today is way more than what it'll be able to buy tomorrow or next week or next year. This isn't about causing a panic, it's just about being smart and getting prepared.
So let's get really clear on this. What does evaporating wealth actually look like in the real world? Let's break it down with some simple, hard numbers you can't ignore.
Okay, let's start with a number we can all relate to. $100. Maybe it's sitting in your savings account, maybe it's tucked away for a rainy day. It's a clean, easy starting point.
Now look at this. This chart shows you the cold, hard truth. That first bar, that's your $100 today. But that second bar, that's the buying power of that exact same $100 by the end of the year. The number of dollars you have hasn't changed, but what it can actually get you has dropped a lot.
Just let that sink in for a second. A 20% loss. That means the stuff that cost you $100 at the start of the year, groceries, gas, you name it, now feels like it cost you $120. Your money just doesn't stretch as far anymore. Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. But wait, my money's safe in a savings account. It's earning interest. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the old rulebook for personal finance, it's pretty much useless right now. This slide shows you the whole problem in one picture. See that tiny little bar on the left? That's the interest you might get from your bank. And that giant bar on the right? That's inflation. When one is growing so much faster than the other, you are officially losing the race.
So let's just put a super simple definition on this. All inflation really means is how fast prices are going up. And as they go up, the power of every single dollar you have goes down. It's a simple concept, but one we all have to get our heads around.
And here is the absolute bottom line. If inflation is higher than the interest you're earning in your safe savings account, you are actively losing money. In terms of what you can actually buy, you're getting poorer, even as you're trying to save.
All right, enough of the bad news. We've defined the problem. We know it's a beast, but knowing is half the battle. Now let's flip the script and talk about the solution. Let's get into a clear, actionable framework to protect your wealth.
And here it is. It really boils down to 3 simple, memorable steps. First, we're going to shield your foundation. Second, we're going to find real growth. And third, we'll diversify your defenses. Let's dig into what each of these really means. Okay, step 1 is all about building a fortress. Before you can even think about growing your money, you've got to make sure your base is secure. This means having an emergency fund. Think 3 to 6 months of expenses, stashed in a high-yield savings account. It also means attacking any high-interest debt you have, because that stuff is like an anchor dragging you down. This is your financial safety net. Once your foundation is solid, now it's time to go on the offense. We need to find real growth. That means putting your money into things that can actually grow faster than inflation is eating it away. You know, things like stocks or real estate have historically fit the bill. The key isn't one specific investment, it's the principle. Your money has to stop just sitting there and start working for you. And finally, step 3. You've heard this a million times, but it's never been more true. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. This is all about smart diversification. Spreading your investments across different things, maybe some stocks, some bonds, maybe other alternatives, is how you build long-term stability. If one area takes a hit, the others can help balance things out. It's just smart defense.
So, there you have it. We've stared the problem in the face, and we've laid out a solid framework for the solution. Now it's really all about a shift in your mindset and taking that very first step.
I absolutely love this line. This isn't just a prediction, it's a declaration. It's about deciding that we're done just sitting back and watching our money lose its value. This is the year we take back control. And that's the big takeaway here, you know? It's a total mental shift. You're no longer just a passive saver who puts money aside and hopes for the best.
From now on, you are an active protector of your own wealth, making smart, strategic moves to secure your future.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. It's not a question of if you'll deal with this, but how. Are you going to keep letting this invisible force eat away at your future, or are you going to take the steps we talked about today and make your money start working for you? The choice is yours.